Hi again, it's me, Cinnamon. I'm a 23-year-old working a corporate job who loves all things personal finance. And today we're going to budget my first paycheck of December, which is my second to last paycheck of the whole year. So that is pretty exciting. I normally have my gross pay, but I just already took my paycheck deductions and assigned them here. Ready to assign amount is just my net income of $4,648.55. So something interesting here is that for this paycheck, I um feel like I paid a lot less in taxes. I know for sure a lot less went to like FICA than normal. So only $100 went to I think here's what changed. Only $100 went to Social Security when usually like 400 goes to Social Security. So if we go back here, yeah, we can see about like 400 goes to Social Security. Um, I think like I'm already at the max, so I don't know why stuff is still going to it, but that's fine. So my paycheck is like $500 more than it is usually. So I'm curious what the last paycheck will look like, if I will have anything taken out for Social Security, or if it will actually like be done, because I think this should be done. And I'm also done contributing to state disability insurance, so I got some dock units as well, and those are taxed, and that's why this is falling short of this bar here, because some of the tax from my stock units went to my state disability insurance cap. And yeah, so that is something like kind of nice about the end of the year. If there are these taxes that are capped, you hit some of those caps and your paychecks are higher than usual. Um, of course, like some people hit those caps earlier into the year. Another thing that I wanted to call out is that I got interest, and right now I just make the interest I get from my high yield savings account go directly into this category so that I'm not like confusing how much interest I'm getting with how much I can actually spend, because ideally that interest would grow and compound on itself. So I got $188.26 in interest, and this is a little higher right now, or the APY I'm getting right now is a little higher because my friend used my referral code, so I'm getting 5.5% APY instead of the normal 5% APY. Anything else here that is normal is that I am also really close to maxing out my 401k. I purposely chose a percentage that would have me evenly contributing to my 401k throughout the year so that I wouldn't have like really low paycheck at the beginning of the year and a really high paycheck at the end of the year. I kind of just wanted my paychecks to be a more normal amount so I would know what to expect and budget with. And yeah, normally with each paycheck, I put in $873.46 and I have $801.98 to go. So I'll also, I guess, get an extra like $100 next month. Um, well, less than 100, like $70 next month or next paycheck because I'll be done with my 401k contributions. So I think those are all of the things out of the way. Now I get to just go through my normal categories, just like a waterfall system I have of how I handle some priorities. They're not actually ordered in how I handle priorities, though. The first thing I like to handle, I guess, is technically my core spending. So I already went ahead and took money out of my next month's holding category to just quickly autofill these categories and have my rent, my renter's insurance come out, and all of that jazz. I need to do some spending recap videos because I almost spent $200 on food and we're only on December 6th. So that is very confusing to me. And I've also been getting a lot of free food through work, like recently. So this doesn't really make sense. Um, And I know this doesn't have a recent purchase I made. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely 200 now. And we're only 6 days in. Not good. So I have to definitely do like more spending recap videos because that's where I need the accountability. So everything here though overall looks good. I think, oh, I know why this is so high actually, because I am doing HelloFresh now and that grocery order is included here. So this is my cost for food next week. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I'm like, how could I have spent so much on food? So actually, I'm kind of on track with 6 days, um, minus the $64. I'm about 125. So that means I spent a little over $20 at the on food, which is on track. I should be lower given how much free food I've had through work, but still on track. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I was just like, I've been bad, but not that bad. I really should beef up this category because I don't think I'll have like my Curology coming out anytime soon. I'll have to double check that. But like $23 doesn't give me that much wiggle room. Oh, and this doesn't include a recent Target purchase I made on my friend's Fred card for the 5% off. So I actually need to go in and include that at some point and balance the books there. Um, I'll definitely do that after. Let's just go through what actually needs to be funded, which is my next month's holding. So I had like $209.60 in rollover from last month. That's already filled up here. So I only have to fund. And I think what I need to fund from there is 300 or $3,181.26 to get pretty much how much I spend in my core categories every month. Let me make sure I filled up my discretionary spending bucket. Okay, good. So I was like, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And so that is all for my next month's holding. That means I'm back to being a month ahead. Guess, with this, I call it my month ahead fund, but I'm just like a paycheck ahead, really, because, yeah, I don't know. Technically, wasn't ahead by December 1st, just a little into December. So, yeah, not a big deal. And super exciting is that I'm super close to this goal. So I will just put all my remaining money into my goal to save $60,000 total this year. And I'm really close to that goal with my next 401k contribution and HSA contribution and $581 going into my personal taxable traditional brokerage account. I will be able to hit that goal. And I was actually thinking I kind of just want to get the goal out of the way. Like, obviously, the stuff for my next paycheck will be automated, so I don't need to worry about that. But if I took some money out of my sinking fund holding, where I have $600, I could um, hit that goal right now. So I'm probably going to do that. Do $581.30 to my goal category. And boom, I will just consider this a done deal because when I get my next paycheck, I will have all of those things maxed out and hit 60,000 formally. But right now, I pretty much have it all done. Like, I don't know if it's going to show you how much you've totally contributed. Um, but if you look at the target amounts here, this is the max for the 401k. HSA is a weird case because I don't know why my company kind of messes it up and you actually max out your HSA with your first check of the next year. It goes into the right year, but yeah, so I had to like do some messing around with this number because I had to include what I put into my last year's HSA with my first check this year as part of the total. So that's a little messed up, but um, with my first check of next year, I'll be able to hit this number. and 6,000 here, and then 21,650 here. All these numbers add up to 60,000. I don't know how to like show it easily here. That's something that ynab doesn't really support. Um, let me think if there's a way I could show it. Oh, and the other part of the 60,000 is the 6,500 that went into my Roth IRA. So that's just like really awesome to have that goal out of the way and done with. Um, there was something I was thinking about. Let me see if I could remember. Oh, I wanted to include my targets funding. I think I can do that off camera. And yeah, so I have my sinking funds. Because I already hit like my next month's holding goal, so my being a month ahead goal, and then my second priority, which is my investments. Now I get to think about my sinking funds. And for me, all my sinking funds are really just categories for like guilt-free spending or spending on wants. Yeah, I mean, my core spending has some wants, so it's like more expensive wants that are covered in my sinking funds. I don't have many true expenses. Um, so I'm just going to, wow, this holding number is so low. I kind of want to just keep it in holding, but yeah, maybe I will just keep it in holding instead of transferring it to my surgery fund. So with my next paycheck, I can put the whole thing to my surgery fund. I'm expecting it to be the same amount, like the 4,600, if not slightly more, like 4,700, because I will have other taxes going down and other contributions to my like 401k going down. And with that, and the fact that I'm going to have a 3 paycheck month at the start of the year, I think I'll be in a really good position actually to hit this goal way sooner than I thought I would be able to. Because once I add this 4,000, I'll actually only be, yeah, like after that, I'll be $1,000 away from the goal. That's really insane to think about. I wasn't sure how this like math worked out, where I ended up being pretty bad on my savings and investing goals. I tried to like normalize it so that I was putting in pretty much the same amount away every month. And I think this month I am going to put away $5,000 still once this 800 comes in. Almost slightly less than that. But still, I don't understand. Honestly, if I don't put this into surgery, I will be pretty close to hitting my stretch goal. I could actually theoretically do it, um, which is weird. I was not expecting to be able to even do that. So I'm going to decide whether I'm going to go for the stretch goal or go for my surgery goal. Um, that's a really tough choice. If I take 2,000 out for my surgery goal, that's a really, really tough choice. Um, I could really just get the surgery goal out of the way. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's really hard to get a general opinion on this because they're so like entrenched in my personal values for my life, right? Like, not knowing the details of the kind of surgery I'm getting and everything like that, it's definitely really hard to get like an audience vote on this. But I don't know, is it worth just aiming for the stretch goal, like aside from everything, or do you think you would personally have like a lower savings rate and spend more guilt free or on your wants? I really wasn't expecting to be in this position. Like, I kind of want to go back and look at my math on how I ended up being in this position because I super duper tried to have all of my spending even out so like it would all be done with my last paycheck rather than me being so ahead on something. And now I have almost $5,000 extra spending for the year. I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, the next video, by then, I would have thought about things. Maybe I'll understand why I got into this position, and I'll have a better idea of where I want to go next, whether I want to go for the stretch goal or pretty much bang out my surgery goal. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.